this little black bird that keeps flying and tapping on the deck here. I'll show it to you. See it there? I don't know if we can make this bigger. Right there. Ooh. Oh, that's about it. We'll put it back. Oh. Well, I'm a bigger version now. Nothing I can do about it. Well, I played here a few times, and I get the praying mantises coming out of the same tree over there, and they sit right here. So the next one I might if I get a couple more, I'm gonna breed them and then set them free, and they get maybe know me, and then I'm helping their species survive. Not only that, it's very important to know how you operate, who you are. Have you guys heard of Alicia Keys? Well, apparently she's saying hi to me, and she asked me a question: how long have I been listening to her? How long? I said, for a long time. From the minute I heard the voice come out of your soul, I've been listening. It's an amazing voice. But it's also important to ask people how they feel. So how do you feel? How are you? It's not all about me. It's about others too, right? And sharing is communicating, not just talking about yourself. So when I share, I always say, who are we? What are we? How do we function? What is our purpose? We have an awareness, we have a gift of life, we have an operating system, tools, and if you know how to use those tools, you live a better life. If you know how to conduct your thoughts to the universe, it delivers what you want and who you are and what you need. You can have so much abundance just by proper thought. And so that's why I play the native flute, is because I create a frequency, a sound that resonates not only in me, in the birds, the praying mantis, and in you. So in a sense, I attracted you here. So let's play another song, Amazing Grace. That was Amazing Grace. So we have material form, and basically we're time travelers. From the time you're little, the body grows, and inside that body is that energy of life, the curiosity, and we learn systems of communication, how to live in society, and we know all about that, but we don't know about us, right? So you make $1 million and you're not happy. You have a beautiful girlfriend, but you're not happy. She has a beautiful boyfriend, but is not happy, because people are uncontrollable. You cannot control anybody. So in fact, what you think is going to make you happy makes you unhappy. So the thing is, you have to make yourself happy. You have to learn that your operating system, you need a guide to learn about that system. And once you learn how the mind and the body and the spirit work, not by listening outside, but listening inside, by seeing the operating system work, the mind never shuts down, always moving, but you can disconnect from it so it runs. It's a scanning tool. So when you run with every thought, you're a nutball, right? So when you disengage from it, you're who you are. You're your spiritual self. You want to go play baseball, go play baseball. If you want to play the flute, play the flute. You want to dance, sing, love, fly a plane, get a sailboat, whatever. You're going to do that because you're in charge now. But when you're not in charge, you do everything. The mind go, I want to drink, so you drink, and you go smoke, and then you wonder why your body's breaking down. Then you have issues, and then you have a boyfriend, he beats on you, or a girlfriend that hits you, and you put up with it. You don't have to put up with any of that. That's their stuff. That's their issue, not yours. Yours is to be loving and kind to yourself. Would a loving, kind person do that to anybody? No. A person who doesn't know who they are, who is living in an idea of a thought, and we're not thoughts. We're present moment to moment awareness. So you develop these skills to live in society of the earth, and you know what it is, but you're you within all that. That doesn't matter, because when your time runs out, nobody's going to remember you. Nobody. So you better live for you. You're living for your kids, you're living for your mom and dad. Okay, they die, then what happens? It's just you. So if you treat you good, and you know about your operating system, you'll treat everybody. Doesn't matter if they're your family or not, because we're all family. Everybody gets treated with an even kill. They show that they don't know about their system. It's a violent system, then you're dealing with violence. You don't want that. Right? You're dealing with people who want money. Well, they're lower level life forms. Right? You can tell it when people just can't get off themselves. It could be prime ministers, presidents. They're making your life. Why is that? Why is that? Okay, let's see. I missed it. Anyways, so let's we're gonna play the good, the bad, the ugly from Clint Eastwood. Let's see if I can do it. The bad, the ugly. So it's pretty good, right? Okay, let's say House of the Rising Sun. That's it. So, think about being not kind to others, kind to yourself. If you're kind to yourself, you cannot not be kind to others, right? If you love yourself, then you love others as they are. If the person's going to stop, he's violent and mean, you let him learn his lesson. If you want to sit down with somebody who knows and maps out the human mind and the body and the spirit, then they'll sit with you and they go, how come you're calm? How come you're not afraid? How come? Because I'm a warrior, right? I'm the warrior monk. I'm White Wolf, the fighting tiger. I'm the father. I'm all those. I'm a son. I'm a brother. We are all. If you don't have a brother, I'm your brother. If you don't have a dad, I can be your dad. If you don't have someone to talk to, I'll talk to you. I mean, it takes a second to change somebody. The reason why people whistle, and you see a lot of monks and gurus, and they'll have whistles and ceremonies and stuff because it keeps the spirits from landing. And the smoke is a way to talk to the spirits. So we have smoke and they do smudging and it cleanses you, takes all the spirits away. And then we whistle. They when you're not paying attention, they come in. So when we whistle, lets them know if they stay away. The sound keeps them moving. It's the vibration of sound that they can't settle into. But anyways, this is another subject. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Look into my eyes. You can climb any mountain you want to. You just have to learn how. It's the how. It's already built in you, but you have to find it. The how. How do you find the how? By sitting still. Grasshopper. Sit still like water. And when you sit still, everything calms. The operating system is not going all over. It's now held in one spot. The mind doesn't like that. So the mind jumps right, left. But you sit still, then the mind disconnects. The energy disconnects. The spirit itself disconnects from the mind, the brain, activity, the likes, the dislikes. I know this, I know that. That doesn't make sense. All the judgment is stuck in the machine. It's not even you. You don't have a judgment. You have awareness. Judgments and likes that were taught to you. That's how controlled we are, all of us. At times I go, and then I do it. So I'm not perfect. No, it's no perfect people. But the perfect person is one who realizes that and tries to help others move forward in their lives. They go, I gotta be out and I got a boat, and they marry some crazy person, guy, girl, whatever, and they fuck them around, and all of a sudden their life falls apart, right? But is it that person doing it? So we say, okay, you want to be handling it, you gotta go until you learn a few things, because it's dangerous activity. You gotta disengage from that kind of stuff. People don't think about those things, but really, your energy, your life force is yours. And when you give it away so freely, later in life you become sick and ill and frail. You wonder why all these things happen to you? Because we're misled, right? We're following people that don't know anything. Don't follow those people. Okay, don't follow them. I taught 3 world champions, one of my best fighters. I have 3 of them. I can name the names because you don't know. Kenny Demaria, we called him Tiger Shark. He was a good fighter. Didn't quite, he was my kind of the last of the students, but he won a professional, either North American, Canadian title, Thai boxing, kickboxing, whatever, right? And then Kicking Bird, he won all the titles, and a world title, heavyweight title of Thai boxing. I think 93 or 4 or 5, something like that. And then Chad Bleased, a great fighter. I gave him instructions to not engage. He engaged. He was winning the fight, and he got hit going down. The guy kicked him in the head when he was down, disqualified him. But on points in that, he won a world title. He would have won the world title. All he had to do was disengage, but he didn't disengage. He got hurt. He made it through, with tough as nails. We call him the Great Oak. So there's Kicking Burps, Metalhead, Tiger Shark, and so Metalhead, he won a North American. It could have been a world title. They said that should have been a world title. Metalhead did a good job. Now, even though I trained them in martial arts, they were sort of trained in their mind. They had the skills that I gave them at that time. But hopefully they evolved into the operating system. Because when you learn to do combat, you're calm, you're cool, you got the moves, you're strong, you got strength, But there's something else outside of that. That's an operating system. So they say, how can you train a world champion? Yeah, I can train a world. 5 years later, we had 3 of them. And they're like, well, we tried for 10 years. Nobody could do it. And I go, well, I'm not a nobody. I was trained by the best. I was trained by the Twin Dragons. And before that, I was trained by the Chinese. Real Kung Fu back in the day in the 70s. Real stuff, man. Street stuff. They fight. Oh, yeah. No. These guys are killers, right? They trained me. I went in the Army. I was the fittest soldier in the Army. These people don't know about that. You look at me, you don't know that stuff. They made some guys, tough guys, they may think this. I fought my wrestlers. I fought them all. But the point is, everybody has a skill level. But it's outside of that combat. It's still that soul, that spirit. Because you may be that tough, someone will still fuck you over. They don't give a shit if you're tough or not. But when you know yourself, that doesn't happen, falls away. Because you love all people. You let them learn on your own. You don't go, oh, I met this person, they destroyed my life. No, they're destroying their own life. Your life is totally intact. Just move away and keep going straight and you're fine. They can't touch you. But when you attach and you think, oh, poor you, then you get stuck in that frame of mind and then you get controlled by all their wrongdoings, right? And there's lots of those people around because they don't know what they're doing. So you can't blame them. They don't know anything. They go, oh, you know right from wrong, but you're a sex addict. You're going to go for sex. You're a drunk. You're going to drink. You're a drug addict. You're going to do drugs. You're a thief. You're going to steal. So you get an addiction. It could be in so many different ways. You want to be good at tushu. That's kind of like an addiction, right? So you're looking at a guy who's got a lot of different types of scars, knuckles. You can see those. So I look maybe one thing to you, but I've been trained by the best warriors. I know there's Maurice Smith and Matt Hume. They spent 20 years training people to get one good fighter. We pumped them out like we're pumping them out. People go, how do you do that? Oh, is he really like that? They would. Is he really? Because they're like, what, 6 foot, 320 pounds? Right? And they think, look at my body. Look at The Rock. Oh, look at me. Really? Just look what's coming out of their mouths. Right? Some of the movie stars. I mean, I'm not going to pick on Rocky and all these guys and Stallone or not Stallone, but, whoever, Arnold Schwarzenegger and all these. Look what's coming out. Look what they did. They knew themselves they would do that. Right? They would just simply, but now they're cleaned up, they're older, they learned their lesson, right? So there's many ways to become aware and enlightened by learning lessons, right? But at least if you know the mapping of your operating system, you get in less trouble. That's my point. You live a little bit easier. You don't think of doing crazy things yourself, right? So you are the driver of this cockpit. This is a machine. They can put in valves, they can put a nose on, the hand on. You do so you're like a machine, and you're the operator of this machine. So operate it properly. Some of you have beautiful machines. Some of you not so beautiful. But so what? You're still a machine. You're a human life force on this earth, and that's what counts. As long as you're breathing the energy of life, you can do anything, right? I've seen guys with no legs, no hands, just a mouth and a paintbrush and make millions of dollars, marry the most beautiful nurse because they fell in love with this mind, with the spirit. See, you fall in love with, either you fall in love with a body and that body falls in part, then you don't love it anymore. But if you fall in love, or if you have love for yourself because of your spiritual self, and you find another spiritual self. Doesn't matter what they look like because they have such a beautiful soul and spirit. And they go, if they only look good, I would love them. No, there's lots of good-looking people, and they're so evil, narcissistic, savages, crazy. Look at the guy who did those students in. Look good. Smart, smarter than the rest. How smart was he? Well, he let a little button sit there. DNA, done, gone. Right? And he's like, yeah, I did. Yeah, that was okay. I don't think I'll do her. I did enough. I'll wait another 10 years. And there's a lot of nutballs out there. If you don't know your operating system, you can't stop it from doing things. That's my other point. Oh, I gotta have a drink. Oh, go. If you ride and look at your operating system, it needs nothing but a little bit of water, a little bit of food. That's it. The rest you're doing to yourself. Okay, you're doing it because you don't know how to control yourselves. And believe me, the governments know this. They dull this down. You're not going to hear this from anybody else. And if you do, there's a few of us, but not. You know, they have. Maybe they were taught certain courses and they go through the ritual, right? And they're living, breathing, but do they know? Right? There's a difference between doing something and really knowing something. Knowing you put your life on the line. Thinking you know, you don't put your life on the line. Oh, I don't know. Right? There's a difference. I know. There's a difference. Did I have those battles? Yeah. Do I want to battle? No, I don't have to because I walk around. No one bothers me. You know. Am I an armed guard? Yeah. Do I carry weapons? Yeah, absolutely. Am I hurting anybody? No. They're deterred. They don't want to go there. And when a person's acting a little weird, help them out. Make them human. Make them aware of how great this life is right now, and get them out of that thought that's creating this disruption because it's not true. You know, last night, I'll show you how the mind works. I'm sleeping peacefully, 4 in the morning, I get up and you think about this monster in the room or alien around or something, just a weird entity, and you go, and you want to turn on a light, but then you realize it's just the mind. It's picking up frequencies, but nothing can harm. Then you laugh. It's just a stupid thought because when you're stuck in your mind, it's the ego. It wants to do all these things, but when you disengage, there's nothing there. That's my point. So really, what you're going through is nothing. It means absolutely zip. Our emotions are manufactured from our thoughts. They're not even real. But anyways, it's another subject. You guys take care of yourselves. I got some people want me to invite them. I don't even know who they are. I need to bring my glasses with me next time so I can see. But anyways, I'm sure this is a topic that the whole world talks because they wouldn't be flying to Thailand and India and Timbuktu to find people to help them straighten out, to find out what they're about, right? So here you have it right here on Tiger Bowl. And I guess you didn't even think that. Pick up an instrument, start finding the vibe, get a singing bowl, get a drum, create some vibration in your life, connect to the trees. Look at the bird's back. See, he doesn't want to leave, you know? He wants me to play. So I'm gonna play one more song for the birdie, and then I'll go because they like it, and I don't mind playing for the little guys, Okay, all right. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. You want to talk about things? You got stuff to share. This is Tiger Bull is here to share. If you're a fighter, if you're a grappler, if you're a musician, if you're an actor, if you fly, you sail, if you're a wilderness man. I'm a world-class ex-archer. I guess once you win a world gold medal, you're a good archer. I've shot archery, whatever. I have that mind that I want to do all things. Say, oh, it's impossible, it's hard, this and that. And guess what? It's not that hard. You gotta practice. 100 arrows every morning, 100 arrows every night. 100, at least, minimum, every day. These guys sleep with their babies on their back shooting at targets, seriously. But life's about the awareness and the communication skills. And when you have them, you can relate to anybody. And I'll see you on stage. Actors Forum. Look, Actors Forum. You'll see me in Hollywood, North Hollywood. I've done two performances now there. And I do every Tuesday. I play and tell the story. But I'm gonna be writing a book about the wilderness, and I tell the stories of that. People go, oh, you got to do it. You got a one-man show, But I used to think nobody wants to hear this stuff. Then I realized I'm hearing people make stuff up, and they just want to hear about the experience of life. So I used to say, oh, you talk about no. When you talk sharing an experience of the wilderness and the water and the ocean and the animals, it's about them, right? Because you saw it and you're telling them about it. It's not like, oh, I did this and I did that. There's a difference. Okay, have a good day.